First up, at UFC Vegas 80, we have Montana De La Rosa taking on short notice JJ Aldrich. Montana De La Rosa, 12-8 overall, only 1-3-1 in her last 5. She's coming off that loss to Tatiana Suarez. She's taking on JJ Aldrich, 12-6 overall, 3-2 in her last 5, and she's coming off that submission win over Na Liang. As I mentioned, JJ Aldrich stepping up on short notice. Not that short. We had the week off. This was announced before the week off, so a couple of weeks, but it is short notice nonetheless. Montana De La Rosa is a wrestler through and through. She's got a pretty straightforward game plan. Going to come forward, work against the cage, try to get those takedowns. She's also a real wrestler. She wrestled before her MMA career and then parlayed that wrestling into MMA. It's not like a lot of these other fighters that learn to wrestle later and then latch on.
It's not like you. That's like, oh, I've wrestled my whole life, which is fake.
Okay. Her striking is improving. She does struggle to get her hands going. She's coming off that loss to Tatiana Suarez where she was just, unlike me, she didn't wrestle her whole life, but Tatiana did. So Tatiana was able to out-wrestle her. Taking on JJ Aldrich. JJ is a very good striker. Well, all right, let me remove very. Good striker. She's got good takedowns, good top pressure, good grappling. She's good everywhere. Not amazing anywhere, but good everywhere. She's not particularly dangerous, but she will come forward. She will stay busy. She'll try to, grind you out into a decision win. She is primarily a striker, but she does have a negative striking differential. She really relies on volume and just forward motion to get things done. Dangerous, absolutely nowhere. But she did just finish Na Liang, where she was taken down early. And that's why I'm going with Montana De La Rosa here. You can see she opened at plus 170. She is now officially the favorite. I bet on Montana. I got Montana at plus 135. So if you're a premium member, you saw that. Maybe you tailed if you agreed with it. If you don't agree with it, don't copy people's bets. But if you agreed with it and you saw that, you got that nice and early at plus 135. And I think the reality is JJ can get taken down. Montana is a big, strong wrestler, not on short notice, that can take JJ down. I think it's that simple. JJ's striking is decent. Her takedown defense looked good against Erin Blanchfield. But if we watch Erin Blanchfield's last fight, we now know her takedowns kind of suck, and Montana's don't. So
I like that, yeah.
Montana for the pick, baby.
Slay.
Yes, Queen. Who do you have?
Really, week off.
I'm
pretty glad we don't have a week off. When's the next week off? Because
Zestfully
you are on another planet right now. That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, Montana De La Rosa, you look at that 12-8 record and you think, 12-8, is she even any good? People that probably don't watch fights very often, you see that record, and it probably is a red flag. And then you dive into her losses. Mackenzie Dern, Cynthia Calvillo, back when she was, Cynthia Calvillo, Andrea Lee, Vivi Arroyo, Macy Barber, Tatiana Suarez. These are very high-level girls, and she's only losing by decision to most of them. Got finished by Mackenzie, got finished by Tatiana, obviously. The biggest question mark for me is going to be the short notice for JJ, because I don't know. I already didn't know really what kind of JJ is going to show up, because we saw the JJ that came in against Erin Blanchfield and was really kind of dominating that fight. Took Erin down, defended the takedowns, looked really good until Erin kind of lucked into that guillotine submission. And by the way, Erin Blanchfield, I'm one of the most overrated fighters I've ever seen in my life. But she looked really in control that entire fight. And then she comes in her last fight, minus 500, minus 600, whatever favorite she was. And I know a lot of people had her in parlays, and a lot of people in the first couple minutes of that fight were like, oh no, like what is about to happen in this? Because Liang Na came in, took her down, was looking aggressive. Yeah, was looking really strong in there and did what Liang Na does, and that is fade in that fight. And that allowed JJ to kind of take over once Liang Na started to fade. Montana De La Rosa is not a girl that fades. She is a tough girl that stays there from bell to bell. Even against a tough girl like Tatiana, she hung tough as long as she could. Against Macy Barber, I know I've given Macy Barber a lot of shit, but she is once you beat a man at Hebos, you become, she is one of the most talented girls I have ever seen in my life. A great finisher as well. And she went toe-to-toe with Macy Barber and really was kind of out-muscling Macy Barber at times in that fight. That's why I like Montana in this fight, because JJ can't, especially short notice, she can't rely on Montana just kind of getting tired, and then that's when JJ can take over. JJ's the better striker here, but Montana knows what she wants to do. As Angel mentioned, she is a wrestler. She's got to get in there. She's going to get the clinch. She's going to get some takedowns. She's going to make it dirty. She's going to wear down JJ, and I think she can win this fight. I like that bet that you placed. I actually placed a bet, not for premium, but for myself, because I didn't really like to double up. We got burned a little bit last week with the female where we doubled up, with Vidal or whatever. So I didn't double up for premium, but I did place a bet personally for Montana. I think that she should be able to win this fight, but JJ is the better striker and has shown in the past that she can defend the takedown. So it worries me a little bit, but Montana should be good to go, and I think that she is pretty good to go.
Well, and odds matter, obviously, because I don't think I would have bet on Montana at minus 133. But when I saw plus 135 and I saw JJ was just taken down and I saw JJ on short notice, I was like, I like that. So I threw a half a unit on it. But yeah, I mean, odds matter. The difference between plus 135 and minus 133, that's a big difference. I mean, that's the difference between making money and losing money if you have a close night. So I wouldn't necessarily jump on that now. Would you do that now, minus 133? You're that confident? I'm medium confident.
It should be a decision fight. I think we both agree it should be a decision fight.
Yeah,
if anyone is going to finish anyone, it might be Montana getting on the back and maybe chasing a finish, something like that. And in a decision fight, I like the tenacity of Montana. I mean, JJ will kind of just, I don't know, she won't really wait. She's not one of those girls. She will kind of pump up the jab. But I know Montana is a girl that's going to be aggressive for those takedowns. In a decision fight, the only thing that might worry me is the judges, if she can't get the takedowns, and it's a lot of control and holding, the judges lately, in the past few months, in the last 6 months, the judges, especially in Vegas, have really turned their nose up at people that just kind of hold without doing damage, and she can do that at times. So that's what worried me a little bit for putting in for premium. So I don't know if I answered your question. Honestly, I don't know.
It sounded like a yes, so I'll take that. DraftKings wise, 8,200. Montana may be worth it if you think she's getting the takedowns and you think she's getting that control time. That adds up in DraftKings. That really does. And she's only $8,200. We can get a 90, 100-point win out of her just with takedowns and control alone, potentially even, if she could get a finish, which I highly doubt. The over 2.5 is minus 400, so that is pretty juiced. But anyway, Montana De La Rosa, both of our picks. I had the pick when she was an underdog at plus 135. If you were a premium member, you saw that. Now it's minus 133. That gap in line alone, let's say a unit for you is a $50, $80, $100. That line swing alone, wow, well, things are really going well for you.
I bumped it up.
That's congratulations, man, all that success. That swing alone is the difference between premium and not premium. For freaking $10 a month to get the alert on your phone, we're doing the research. We're breaking these fights down. I'm putting up premium bets a week or 2 weeks before the actual events.
Oh, wow.
You get the alert on the phone. If you like it, you hop on. If you don't, you don't. WeWantPicks.com, click become a member. And before we move on,
we've got
this baby dick said only 1% of the population has access to BetOnline's early lines like you. First of all, it's far less than 1% of the absolute
false
population.
Did I use that?
Unequivocally. Well, he said population, but the reality is, I would say at least our community, it feels like 80% of you are using BetOnline. We do the $50 payouts. Anybody who goes to weonpicks.com/bets and sign up, 90% of that is BetOnline, and I'm paying out thousands of dollars a month. So almost everybody has access to the BetOnline odds. And if you don't, let's say you're in a state where it's perfectly legal, you're in DraftKings, whatever, you could still sign. It costs nothing to sign up. Throw $100 in there, whatever it is in there. And if you do see a line early, you do see a prop early that you like, throw it. Why wait?
And I tell you, I think this is a good card for props, and I'm really excited, honestly, for the Friday takedown line. I think we might get a good takedown line for Montana in this matchup because she really hasn't gotten a lot of takedowns. A lot of that is based on stats in the last few fights, and she really hasn't gotten the takedowns that she usually gets. So we might get like a 2.5 or something on her. I'm really interested to see what they give us for takedown lines on this one.
Well,
most takedowns could be like minus 200 for Montana because JJ wrestles,
I mean, she averages almost 2 takedowns per fight. So to your point, they may give her a 2 line or a 1.5 line and juice the over.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Sign up, BetOnline. Let's see what we got going on, Montana. I believe in you, girl. I think we're going to do this, baby.
The Philly boy says, what if I deposit through crypto using your link? So it doesn't matter. The way we get paid, you only get paid if I get paid. The way we get paid is if you use our link to sign up, to create your account. If you don't have a BetOnline account, you use our link, you make an account. It doesn't matter how you deposit money, as long as you've done that. Now, people who already had an account, well, it's too late. People who went directly to the website and didn't use our link, not going to work. As long as you use the link and sign up, you are good to
We had a super chat as well.
Oh, let's get to it, baby. Oh, Dr. Y. $1.99 super chat says Jacob had the biggest jarron for Ernesta in round 3. That was Contender Series reference?
Yeah, so Contender Series, I made my picks based on just watching the face-offs, and Ernesto was a girl that I was like, oh, I like her. She was tall. She looked confident. She looked like a striker, looked strong. I'm like, I like her. She is going to be my pick for this fight. Before the fight started, everyone's like, no, she is shit. The other girl's got all these first-round knockouts. She's going to lose. So I went all the way listening to the fucking chat and bet on the other girl, loaded up on the other girl, and then Ernesto comes in, lands 200 significant strikes, and beats the fuck out of that girl. Oh, what are we...
Just here's a stupid ass story. Somebody DM'd the We Want Picks Instagram, so I was looking at it.
Disrespect you like that.
And
There is no chance. Anytime that you're talking, it doesn't matter what you're saying. I'm locked in. I'm right here. I'm not talking to Chad. I'm not on my phone. I am locked in on whatever you are saying. And for you to do that is
I apologize.
unequivocally the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
And I want to apologize to Montana and JJ as well.
Okay.
And Mike.